Is it always a good one?
No. Now, there's issues with that because now my next question, would be how much do we have evidence for? But I heard one medical doctor who studied NDEs tell me that half of his cases were hellish cases. On the average of the more technical essays, the number of hellish cases is down around 19 to 21%. Now, of course, one comeback to that is, if you thought you went to hell, would you talk about it? It's like...
I had a skeptical doctor. In other words, a doctor that didn't believe in Jesus, didn't believe anything, okay? And he was a cardiologist, okay?
Right.
And a guy's on the treadmill doing his stress test in the office,
Yep.
and he dropped over, okay? So he started doing resuscitation. And the guy would come back every once in a while as he was resuscitating him. He would come out of it, and he was absolutely paralyzed with fear, okay? And he says, doctor, I'm in hell, you gotta save me. And then all of a sudden he'd slip back. So he's pounding on his heart again, okay? And the guy would come back and he said, pray for me. Now this guy's an atheist, okay? Doesn't believe in God. And he sees this guy keeps coming back and it's bugging him, okay? That's what he said, it's bothering him. The guy says, you gotta say a prayer for me or something. So he finally says, like on the fourth or fifth time where he's resuscitating this guy, he says, okay, say this prayer. And he says, Jesus Christ, I believe you died for my sins, and I put my trust in you, and take away my sins, and if I do die, I'm going to trust you to take me to heaven. The guy said those words, and it slipped back. And so he was pounding on his heart, and when he came back the next time, the fact is, he had absolute peace, okay? He wasn't scared anymore, okay? Took him a while to get him. The guy finally lived. But this atheist doctor looked at that, and he had other cardiology patients that he had the same kinds of experiences with. All I'm saying is that's what he told me. We did a whole show with him on this topic. But I heard your story about you were at a convention or you were speaking at a conference where you had basically all medical doctors in your audience, and you had one lady who just was telling you she didn't like what you were talking about. That's or right. We're going to talk about. She hadn't even heard your lecture yet. Right. She just heard the topic. You're going to talk about near-death experiences. She said, it's a waste of time. And I mean, she bugged you all day long, okay? And you hadn't even given her the deal. So when you finally gave the lecture, here's all medical doctors sitting in the audience. What happened?
A person who I did not know about, so I did not ask this person to give a testimony, but this person across the room got everybody's attention after my lecture was over. This other lady said, I've been to heaven, and I'm up in front, so I see all these heads going, and the one who was so skeptical shouts across the room, well, just don't sit there, tell us about it, like that.
Bedside manner.
And so she started doing it. Well, I walked up to the skeptical one afterwards and I said, now what do you think? And she was kind of staring ahead and she kept going, pretty intriguing. And that's like all she said, pretty intriguing. And the woman who gave the testimony, there's no evidence. It was just a personal tale of having been like, I'm from Virginia, but I went to New York this summer. It's a tale about another place.
Yeah.
And she was all ears.